Hello everybody, I wanted to go over a simple little timer that we can do in Python. I've done this in JavaScript and JSX, but I wanted to try it out here in Python. And I've been getting requests for this, so I'm going to show you how to do it. And we are going to use time, so we'll import time, and we'll use that for kind of a TikTok effect for our little program. So let's start off by creating some input. So I'm just going to call it TikTok. And I'll use the input function. And I'll just say something simple like enter a time in seconds. And I'll just do a new line here so it'll look nicer. Cool. And now I want to send this information to a function, and I'll just call it countdown. And we'll send TikTok. There you go. Now I'll define countdown up here. Bring in TikTok, and I'll print TikTok just to make sure it's all working. Okay, and I spelled talk wrong. There we go. So now it's asking for my time and it's printing the time. So my function's all working just fine right now. So what I want to do is I want to take that time and I want to divide it up into seconds. Something I can do here. So I can define two new variables here, say minutes, and I want to do seconds. And I'll use divmod. And divmod will take two parameters. It'll take my dividend, so that will be TikTok, and the divisor, and I want to divide it by 60. Perfect. So with those minutes and seconds now assigned to this new time, depending on what I typed in, then I'll just have a timer print out. I'll use string interpolation, the minutes, colon, and then the seconds, because that's what I want my timer to look like. Okay. And I'm just gonna simply have it print my timer. And I can use this cool little function called end, and I can assign it to \r. There we go. And so what \r does is that it will replace the previous value. So if I had 100 seconds, that'll be a minute 40. So it'll say a minute 40 here. And then when it turns into a minute 39, it will actually take my cursor, go back, and it will replace a minute 40 with a minute 39, and so on and so forth until it says 0. That's what the -r will do at the end of each value. So we'll have that. And then here's where we're going to use our time. We'll do time.sleep, and that will essentially just have the program kind of stop, and we tell it for how long. We just wanted to do for a second because we wanted to update every second, every time this loops. And then we'll take TikTok and we will just take away 1 second every time it loops through. And so if this looks weird, it's the same as writing TikTok assign it to TikTok -1. And so this will take whatever time I had, so minute 40, and it'll loop through -1, -1, -1, and so forth. Minus equals is the shorthand of writing that. Sorry, I gotta make sure I do that right. Minus equals 1, perfect. And I gotta make sure this will loop. So let's just do a while loop. So while TikTok is not empty, then I want you to run all this code. I need to tab it over. Cool. So let's go ahead and run this and see where it gets us right now. So enter a time. Okay. And here we go. And so we get this error, and it says unsupported operand types. And it says that we're trying to use TikTok as a integer, but it's actually a string. And that's true. Down here, with our inputs function here, it says enter a time in seconds, and when we did enter it, it's actually reading it as a string, and it's not an actual value. So I need to convert this or cast it into an int, and I can do it this way. Now let's see if it works. So 100. There we go. Awesome. So that's working really nicely, and you can see with this end here, I'll just do end for new line, and we'll see what that does. So if I add like 5, 4, see it does a new line every time it finishes. And so that's why we have that R to replace the current line. So it has that nice timer functionality look to it. And then once it's done, I just simply want it to print, like once it hits 0 kind of thing. Once TikTok has no more value inside of it, then I want you to print alarm or whatever you want. Now let's try it. We'll just try it with a short value so that it's nice and quick. 4. There we go. Now it says alarm, and I even replaced it right there. So perfect. So that's how you would do a simple little countdown timer inside of Python. So we used time, we did divmod, and just a simple input. So that was really simple. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. And if there are any other tutorials you'd like me to record for you, then let me know and I'll get on that. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.